let's get right into it. AI is completely changing how we build software. So today, we're cutting through the noise to look at the 10 essential tools that are making the biggest waves.
Look, no long intros here. This whole explainer is designed to give you a clear, strategic breakdown of the AI toolkit you, as a professional developer, actually need to know about right now.
All right, so before we dive deep into any single tool, let's just pull back for a second and get a map of the entire landscape, see what we're working with.
And here it is. This is our roadmap for the next few minutes. As you can see, we've got a bit of everything, from IDEs that are built for AI from the ground up, to your trusty pair programmers, and even the core building blocks you'll need to create your own AI features. So, let's start where it matters most, the tools that live right inside your daily coding workflow. We're not talking about simple plugins here. These things are fundamentally changing the environment where we all write code.
Cursor is the perfect example of this new way of thinking. It's an IDE designed with AI at its very core. We're talking about a tool that can understand your entire code base, letting you do these massive multi-file refactors or even suggest architectural changes with just a prompt. This is a huge leap forward in productivity.
Okay, when it comes to AI pair programmers, GitHub Copilot is pretty much the standard, right? But it's really important to know about Tab 9. It's a fantastic alternative, especially for teams where privacy or self-hosting is a top priority. Honestly, which one's best for you probably depends more on your organization's policies than anything else.
Now, let's switch gears a bit. We've talked about tools that help you write code. Let's move on to the tools that help you think about code. Think of these as your partners for architecture, for tackling really complex problems, and for doing research.
ChatGPT, especially with the latest models, is basically your universal dev assistant. It's fantastic for those high-level tasks, brainstorming design patterns, untangling some really tricky logic, or even just generating solid documentation.
So what's Claude's superpower? It's that absolutely massive context window. If you're working on a huge, sprawling codebase, this is a lifesaver. It can hold so much information in its head at once, which makes it indispensable for those kinds of projects.
Okay, another big shift. So far, we've looked at tools that help you develop. Now let's get into the components you'd use to build AI features directly into your own applications. This is where things get really creative. Right, so the APIs from companies like OpenAI and Google, these are the fundamental building blocks for what's coming next. With these, you can build your own intelligent chatbots, you can automate complex business processes, or you could even build the next great AI-powered SaaS product. Now, embeddings and vector databases, these are the architectural backbone for a lot of advanced AI features. They're what makes things like semantic search possible. And they're the basis for what we call RAG systems, which is just a fancy way of saying you can build apps that can understand and reason over your company's own private data. Super powerful stuff.
All right, to round things out, let's do a quick lightning round on a few tools that hit very specific but very important parts of the development workflow.
So you've got Snyk AI, which automates your security analysis. Then there's Replit AI, which is just awesome for spinning up quick prototypes and coding with your team in the cloud. And don't forget Copilot CLI. It brings AI right into your terminal, helping you whip up shell commands and speed up all your DevOps tasks.
Okay, so we've seen the 10 tools. We know what they are, but that's only half the story. The really important question is, how do you actually prioritize them? What really matters day to day to get the biggest impact?
And this right here is the key question, isn't it? Because not all these tools are created equal when it comes to their immediate effect on your work. So let's stop thinking about this as just a flat list of 10 things, and instead, let's reorganize it into a kind of strategic hierarchy.
Honestly, this might be the most important slide we look at today. If you think about real-world impact, these tools fall into a pretty clear order. Right at the top, you've got the absolute game changers. Then come the strategic building blocks for creating new things. After that, your research and architecture partners. And finally, those specialized workflow tools.
So what are the game changers? It's Cursor and GitHub Copilot. Period. These are the tools that are going to have the most immediate, the most profound impact on how you write code day in and day out.
Now that second tier is all about the future. It's about strategic value. LLM APIs and vector databases are the foundation you'll use to build innovative AI-powered products. This is less about making you code faster today and more about enabling you to build smarter tomorrow.
So, let's pull all of this together. What's the big takeaway here? It's that the entire landscape of developer tools has fundamentally changed. It's a new world. And this is really the most crucial point to understand. We are way past the "isn't this neat" phase. These tools are not just little helpers anymore. They are the new foundation, the architectural and productive base upon which the entire next generation of professional software is going to be built.